7 charities have, within 24 hours, cut ties with the Duchess of York after that email sent to convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein surfaced from 2011 in the Sunday papers. It was the email where Fergie called him her supreme friend and basically grovelled to him for publicly criticising him.
A spokesperson for the Duchess said that she was trying to avoid being sued for defamation and regretted any association with him. We're joined now by journalist, royal commentator Sarah Hewson. Very good morning to you. This is extraordinary, isn't it? Because Prince Andrew was already in trouble for going to visit Jeffrey Epstein after his conviction and serving a sentence.
That walk in the park in New York.
So what was Fergie doing, keeping in contact with him?
Well, the reason why Sarah Ferguson has always managed to protect her reputation over Jeffrey Epstein, despite having admitted to taking a loan of £15,000 from him, is because in 2011, she did a big public mea culpa and said it was a gigantic error of judgment. I will never have any contact with him again, and I abhor paedophilia. What has happened now is this email has come out which was just weeks after she'd denounced him and distanced herself from him. And actually, it's just that the only distancing was to protect her own reputation for PR purposes, because she wanted to maintain her ties as a children's philanthropist and as a children's author. And so now we have her reputation in tatters.
So they've basically both been caught out lying publicly.
Yes.
They've both said that they'd stopped communicating in any way, shape or form with Epstein, when in fact they were still communicating with Epstein.
And in this case, communicating with him in the most fawning and grovelling way.
Well, as we said, her defence, which she announced yesterday in getting back in touch with Epstein, was she was frightened of being sued by him. That's been pretty much demolished as a defence, because how could he possibly sue her for calling him a paedophile when he was doing jail time?
He's convicted of
being a paedophile. So what else is there left for her to say, do you think? Has she got anywhere else to go?
No, I mean, I think this is really, really very difficult moment for her. You know, she is the queen of the comeback, and she's had many lives. If you think about, you know, the fake shake scandal, the toe-sucking scandal. Actually, we'd seen her royal reputation and her relationship with the royals being repaired in recent years. After the death of Prince Philip, she was allowed back to Balmoral in the summer. She was invited back for Christmas at Sandringham, although not last year, of course, because that was after Prince Andrew was revealed to have had an association with the alleged Chinese spy Yang Tengbo. She was at Ascot with the King in June of this year. Only last week, we saw her and Andrew on the steps of Westminster Cathedral for the Duchess of Kent's funeral.
And the rest of the royal family looking deeply uncomfortable.
Well, that moment between
William.
Prince William and Prince Andrew, where Prince Andrew is trying to crack a joke with him, and you can see Prince William is like, I'm having nothing to do with you. And rightly so, because this just keeps on going.
This is very significant. 7 charities cut ties with Sarah Ferguson. A children's hospice charity saying it was inappropriate for her to continue in the role. Teenage Cancer Trust, Natasha Allergy Research Foundation, Children's Literacy Charity, and then Prevent Breast Cancer as well. British Heart Foundation, National Foundation for Retired Service Animals. How damaging is it that these charities have said it's reputationally damaging for us to have anything to do with her?
And it was inevitable the moment this email emerged, wasn't it? Because these charities cannot, particularly charities looking after children, cannot be seen to be having anything to do with them, with her. Natasha Allergy Research Foundation also putting out a pretty damning statement saying they were very disturbed by the email contact that they had read. And she has prided herself on this role as a philanthropist.
Yeah.
And, you know, it is very charitable work. But let's face it, philanthropy opens doors to other things. And, of course, there have been other associations, introductions that she's made and other partnerships that she's made as a result of that.
What do you think the King will do about Prince Andrew and Fergie? And how much more do you think is to come? Because the Epstein files seem to be being dripped out.
Yes, and of course the royal family bracing themselves for what more there might be to come around Prince Andrew and email contact, whatever we might learn about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. What more is there to come? I mean, it's already been so very damaging. Look, the King has had a big problem with Prince Andrew and trying to get his brother out of Royal Lodge. But now what do? I mean, Sarah Ferguson was the one earning the money now. Right. She was the only one in that house with any kind of income stream since the King cut off the funding for his brother, and Andrew lost all of his associations. So what happens now? Does that mean it's easier to get them out?
Do you think Charles will ban them from Balmoral for good at Christmas?
Sandringham at Christmas, well, it's difficult. They've always drawn a line between the family events and the public events, but I think it would be very hard to imagine seeing them doing that walk to church on Christmas morning.
We asked you at home whether you think the Duchess of York should step away now from public life, and 83% of you said yes, it is time. Well, we'll find out at Christmas, won't we? Sarah, thanks very much.
Thank you very much indeed.